time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live. Today's Wednesday, January 15th. S&P up 112, almost 2%. NASDAQ up 2.3%, 495 points. Russell was up over 3% this morning. Now it's only up 45 points. And the Dow's up 1.8%, plus 775 on the day. Gold up 1.3%, silver up over 4%. Notes and bonds up, 10-year yield sliding down 2.7%. Oil and natural gas both up almost 4%. Soybeans finished red, wheat and corn green. Euro pretty much unchanged. Pound is up 0.25%. Bitcoin up 3.3%. VIX contracting over 13% today, back down in the 16s, sitting at 16.23. So let's see. BIX today, I am currently green. I've got an opportunity for my last tranche to pin if we settle down here. It's only 10 wide. I've done 2 price action iron condors, one of which I scaled out of, plus 1685 on that one. The other one I've closed 4 of 7 at 20%, and I need a little pullback to book some more profits on that one. That's right here. I did a WUGA that's on the 45 and 50 strikes. That was my first one, and then I was not planning on doing another one. I even posted that I wasn't going to do another one, but I decided to go ahead and put one on with a little upside bias skewed to the upside. So my short strikes are 55-65 on that one. So sorry, Dark Avenger. I changed my mind at the last minute. I've got a couple of my scheduled backtest RICs. The early and the late one. My early one is up 6%. My late one is down 8%. So if we stay up here, should be able to book a small profit. I'll probably just close those before the end of the day. I don't want price reversing back into the valley, but I will continue to hold those for now. Let's see what else. Oh, and I also did a discretionary RIC. I did a 4-lot, closed 2 of them out at 35%, still holding 2. So if we close above here, above 55, I would hit max profit on those remaining couple. So I will either manage that or let it expire. And Goldman Sachs. Yesterday I did a broken wing butterfly for earnings. I've been trying to get filled at $5 all day. It would need to come back down into the tent for that to happen. So still just holding. I was trying to close 1 of 2. And then because price gapped up above the expected range after earnings, I put on a bullish vertical risk reversal. That one's currently up about 650. I will be holding that overnight. I may scale out of, I did 3 lots. I may scale out of 1 or 2 today if it gets another push. And then day trading. Really good day of day trading. I'm still in a few positions. I'm still in MSTR, couple contracts, NVIDIA, few contracts, Tesla, couple contracts, and Hood. I'm really pretty much out of that one. I left some little cheap runners on just in case it exploded again. It gapped up into new all-time highs and then kind of ran from there. So that was my first trade of the day. All right. I think that's it. Chad, how's your day?
Yeah, had a really good day trading. Booked about 1,700 on 3 trades. I got in that hood volume runner. Let's see, what was that? That was a $866 winner. Then I did a Tesla upside continuation plus 520 and a Meta upside continuation plus 315. Actually gave some back on that. I gave a few $100 back on that. But really nice way to start the day. Always very cautious on CPI day. Did 2 TLC trades. One was a 20, 40, 60, 80 and out. And one was a scratch trade, booked 20%, then got stopped and ended up being a $25 loss. So kind of shows the importance again of, if you're new, taking half off at 20%. I did do a out of the gates too. I forgot about that. I did do a JPM short put vertical that is up 42% now. So after its earnings. So I'm probably going to let that continue to ride into tomorrow and see where it's at tomorrow. I entered a Wooga. It's right at it's 10 wide. And it's right at the upper end short strike. So just watching it close. A little gun shy on it with the way price has been going here the last 30 minutes. And yesterday was a massive drop. And although I don't know if you saw my post, but it wasn't a max loser thanks to that bounce. It was only about a 50% loss.
So on JP Morgan,
so yeah.
It gapped up below its expected move, but what was your reasoning for getting in that one?
Just because it wasn't just that. All banks, I think there was Citi, or there was a couple other banks that had earnings and they were all strong.
Yeah.
And then also because the light inflation report. So combining it with the light inflation report and all banks being up, I felt like once I saw when I saw that pre-market bounce, I was like, okay, let's see what did well on earnings. Oh, JPM did. Oh, JPM's pulling back a little bit. Because if you look at a chart of JPM and pre-market,
yeah, I'm on it right now.
Yeah, so it was starting to pull back, and so you see that like 10 minutes before the open. Yeah, right there is where I got in. So between that and the big move with CPI, I felt like today would be strong.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it didn't have that blowout expectations, earning expectations, but coupled with the CPI push up, that's why I did it. Probably wouldn't have done it if we wouldn't have had that CPI push up. So so really, really, really good day so far. Now this Wooga is the only thing I have left on. I gave up. I chose not to do a power hour trade. Once I got stopped on this push up on my lunchtime number one, I haven't had good luck really on CPI days. In fact, the last couple of months, I haven't traded TLC on CPI days. But so 2,600 profit on 2 trades, I will take that on a CPI day. So
Bank of America and Morgan Stanley tomorrow, huh?
would like price to come back down to 59.50. Also, I want to just like mention a couple things about TLC. I know it seems like every few months we get new members, and that's I seem like I'm a really hard stickler for following the rules, which I kind of am. And so I just want, don't take anything I say personally because I'm not trying to personally like I'm not like upset or anything. I know I can come off to be very direct. That's probably goes back to my days as a principal. Sometimes you have to be direct. But
Shut
I
up and
just
sit down, kid. That kind of thing.
yeah. And sometimes you just sometimes I just don't like people seeing people lose out, like have drawbacks on when they haven't gone through a lot of paper trading here because, and then when, there's a lot of questions that should have been answered before live trading. Um, those questions could be answered through paper trading. So I just want everyone to be successful. And when and again, a lot, I would say there's a lot more people that jump in TLC live trading than actually take the time to do what I recommend, which is 2 to 3 months of paper trading. I mean, and I get it. You have a successful week or two, you're like, yeah, I can just jump in live money, but it's just not that easy with price movements and the market the last few months has been pretty tough too. But yeah, I'm being a stickler a lot of times just because I don't want to see people go through drawdowns that are, new to trading TLC. So don't ever think I'm upset or mad at you. Personally, I'm just trying to help you be successful. So seems like I kind of got to go say that every few months because just to reiterate the importance of, you know, the paper trading because you do learn how to position size. You do learn what a big loss looks like, what a small loss, what a big win looks like, and all those things. So that's it. Price stays below 59.55. It's going to stay inside my short strike. So definitely like this rejection I'm seeing.
I've still got 3 of my 7 price action iron condors on. Yeah, I could use a little pullback on that one. My 2 Wugas combined are right here, 55, 53 is ideal.
Well, given what the price action is doing right now, that looks pretty good.
I still just have this anticipation we're going to squeeze higher.
Yeah,
See, Chad, I told you we're going to blow the roof off.
you're right. I'm just glad that I'm glad I was 90 cents away, so I wasn't really that close to getting stopped on that drop. Um, if it would have dropped, drop what was it, 2 bar drop?
Yeah, right there at 10:30.
Yeah, if it would have dropped again, I would have been stopped. But that's the difference of full stop and an 80% out. Um, but yeah, I'm glad it bounced back.
Still got calls in MSTR, Tesla, and NVIDIA. NVIDIA's not really doing much here.
Yeah, doesn't it seem like Nvidia just doesn't move like it used to?
Well, it definitely had that big flush last week, and it's hasn't really recovered much on that.
I mean, on the daily, I always remember it just moving more.
Well, it did split not too long ago too. I wonder if that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah, that's right. It used to be a lot bigger.
That was on in June, it split. And that was what was it, like 10 for one? Yeah, 10 for one. So it was a monster stock.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neil, I have the right to change my mind, don't I? Like every woman. That was on PPI. CPI was bullish. I'm day to day. I'm like kind of a little bit schizo. Is MSTR finally going to break out here?
Another thing is, man, there might be another big move coming because even though the VIX is coming down, my Wooga's been holding its premium pretty tight. I mean, it's been on for almost 40 minutes, and there has not been a lot of theta decay.
Yeah. Feels like one of those days where we grind and then squeeze and flush out all the shorts at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's my crystal ball prediction. But I would like a pullback first so I can book some more profits.
Yeah. I would like a pullback back to 50. I mean, my Woog is just hanging out right by the short strike.
I'm going to get out of my NVIDIAs. I'll leave Tesla and MSTR.
GPM up 45%.
Oh, IONQ bounced back 35% rocket ship today. After dropping 50% last week in one day. Thing talk about moving. You want something that moves. That one moves.
Which one's that?
IONQ. It's a quantum computing company. Riot blockchain up 10%. All the cryptos up. Robinhood up 10%. So Robinhood, I posted in the day trading chat this morning. I got in this thing early on an upside continuation runner, and the reason is because it gapped up into all-time highs and then just started pulling back towards yesterday's highs, and so I just jumped in within the first 10 minutes. Started riding it up, and then it had a big upside, and then it had a big volume bar, so I added then, and so that one was a really nice win.
Yeah, as soon as I got the pullback, I jumped in it too.
I had a discretionary Rick that I closed half of at 35%, and then my scheduled BICs just went green. Or my early one's up 10%, my late one's down 2%. SPX creeping up to highs of day. Tesla and MSTR still rolling.
You're rejected.
Tesla's leading the charge. It's hard to hold the market down when Tesla gets going.
Yeah, I bailed on my Wooga. I'm just done. Not gonna go through another big loss like yesterday. It's just one of those days where it looks like it's just gonna push.
Watson, let's see. I got my first calls right here as it pushed down to yesterday's open. It's kind of using that as my line in the sand. I should have been using the overnight highs right there, but I got in a little bit early. So that was at about 10 a.m. And then I scaled out as it pushed through highs of day. And then when it pulled back, I got in some more here at about noon. And I've just been kind of slowly scaling out as we push higher. This is anecdotal kind of observation, so don't really have any stats around this, but it really feels like a lot of times after the day after or the day of CPI or the day after FOMC, a lot of times you get those really extended continuation trend days. So my intent coming into today was to focus mostly on day trading. And days like this are it's just buy the dip, right? It's just find the strongest stocks, buy the dips, and watch them run. That's pretty much what I did. I made a couple of mistakes this morning that I should have avoided in hindsight, but did pretty well. I'll post a little recap of my day trades after we get done here. You just pull back to the expected move range before we bounce again. That'd be nice. Not sure that's going to happen, though. Yeah, so my scheduled RICs from this morning, I've got this one. Oops. There we go. So I've got this one. That is my late one, I believe. Then my early one was this one. That one's about at break even. I mean, the risk reward of holding this is pretty terrible, but if we pull back to the expected move range, that'd be down to about 45. Wouldn't like that much, but I still just think we're going to squeeze higher. I mean, look at the move in NASDAQ. I mean, it's just like so steady higher. No, SPX too. I mean, it's just, when you get those little just systematic grinds higher, man, it's like the algo at work right there. Well, I got it at NVIDIA. Now it's hitting new highs of the day. But so are MSTR and Tesla, so I'm good. Robinhood trying to make another run.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put hood on my board. I haven't had hood on my watch board for day trading in a long time.
Yeah, it hit my radar because it took off. It was like, yeah, it was last earnings. And the big drop, and then something came out. I think it's when they announced Robinhood Gold or something. Well, really 2 earnings ago. It's been running hard since then. I mean, it was down in 15s, and now it's at 46. And it's super liquid, a lot of volume.
Yeah, that's why I took it off when it got down that low. Didn't realize it had back up.
I don't know if you guys anybody here has Robinhood. I have a Robinhood account. I mean, for somebody who's, for the type of trading we do, it's, no good. But for somebody who's just buying stocks or crypto and things like that, it is a slick little app. My dad actually loves it. He's 74, I think. He loves it.
Yeah, I used it a little bit for just buying shares of stock a long time ago, but then I discovered Stash, and I actually liked that a little bit better. So
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, Stash. They don't have options trading on it, but it's just buying same thing, buying shares of stock. It's pretty slick. They do have like our own checking account and stuff like that you could get to.
Yeah, the other thing with Robinhood is they pay you 4.5% interest on your cash right now.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't think Stash did that.
Bitcoin is rocking back over 101,000. Well, that's not a broker issue, Abosh. That's because your SPY calls or puts or whatever they were deep in the money. That's whoever was on the other side of your trade exercised them. So that's not any broker you would have been with would have done that. They're just the facilitator. Still got almost 40 minutes to go. The 60 butterfly is trading for about a little over $1, maybe. Right at $1. MSTR rocking. Let's go. Push, push, push. Coinbase is pushing. I need Robinhood back above all-time highs. You know what it says, Naughty Dog. You know very well what it says. All right, what do I want to do with this last piece of my price action iron Condor? Just not really feeling good about a pullback here. It's an interesting strategy, Naughty Dog. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing. S&P up 117, up 2 full percent. NASDAQ up 2.5%. Big boy move. Big boy. So my second up skewed Wooga is nice and centered now. I'm going to close that out early. I'm not going to take it to the bell, but let it go. My first Wooga is a little bit out of range. Don't forget, the market is closed on Monday for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Let's see. So today, obviously, CPI. We also had a bunch of Fed speakers. Tomorrow morning, retail sales and unemployment claims. And FOMC member Williams at 10 a.m. I feel like Fed speakers have kind of lost their luster. They can say whatever they want now, and the market doesn't really care. And then Friday, got some housing building permit stuff, but nothing big. Next week, Monday closed, Tuesday, nothing, Wednesday, nothing, Thursday, unemployment claims pre-market. What is this, WEF? Oh, the Davos World Economic Forum. Oh, yeah. All right, so the World Economic Forum starts next week. And then Friday, Flash and Flash Manufacturing and Services PMI. And this Saturday, don't forget, we're gonna have some fun on Saturday with Timmy Dub, T-Dub. Tim Weiss is gonna be talking, showing us what he's been up to the last few months. So keep an eye on his channel. It's mark your calendars this Saturday at 1 p.m. Central if you can make it. I'll post a Zoom link here. I'll do that today, actually. And the Chiefs. The Chiefs are right after. So we're going to learn from Tim, and then we're going to go, everybody's going to go watch the Chiefs game together. We'll live stream the Chiefs game for you, Naughty Dog. So I'm going to do next week for calendars. I'm going to do 4, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7. Obviously, no 3-day options. And I'll go light because it is a holiday week. We'll pull back in MSTR and Tesla. S&P and NASDAQ just kind of pausing. NVIDIA kind of pausing. Google's been strong today as well. Goog not too far away from all-time highs. Might hit that this week. This uptrend continues. I like it, Naughty Dog. Now you're talking. All right, 30 minutes until the bell. 20 minutes until MOC. Dick K, you feeling good? Feeling good about yourself? Price looks pretty good so far. No, Dick's not a joke name about decay. Dick's just Dick. Dick's the man. I've never beaten Dick in a bet. Let's just say that. One of these days. One of these days it's going to happen. You weren't here yet, Watson, but we had some wagers on some different things around indicators and price closes and things like that. And my wife made me stop betting him. All right, Tesla's little dips getting bought up. MSTR, not so much yet. AMD's hitting new highs. AMD is a little squirrely today. AMD is my only loser. Tried to do an upside continuation. Looked like it was taken off, and then it just absolutely fell apart. Got chopped up there for a loss, and then I got back in when it bounced above the consolidation, started consolidating. I was looking for another push, and so I got some back on that run, but net red. I'm not still holding, but a little bit net red on AMD. That was my only day trading loser today. Hood pulling back a little bit. Bitcoin must be pulling back. Yep. Still above 100,000. Made it up to about 101,250.
NVIDIA through highs. Good thing you got rid of
highs.
I think you got rid of those calls, huh?
What's that?
It's a good thing you got rid of those calls, huh?
Yeah. I chose to keep MSTR and Tesla, but I got rid of NVIDIA, and then it promptly went to new highs of day. But so did Tesla and MSTR. So just wanted to shed some risk.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have shed NVIDIA too.
Well, the market was grinding higher, and it was just kind of chopping lower. So I figured maybe it was done.
Yep.
Now it's pushing above yesterday's highs. A little higher, and I'll shed one more Tesla. What else is going on with you all? What else do you guys want to talk about? Anybody new here? Trying to figure out what the hell we're doing. Now's the time to ask. Oh, somebody's chiming in on Zoom. Welcome, Joe. Hey, Joe, do me a favor. All the chat is done in the 0DTE chat channel in Discord. That way I don't have to check the Zoom chat as well. But welcome, Joe. Yeah, Mo, that counts. Joe, what kind of trading do you do? What's your experience? There's Tesla for another exit. So I got one Tesla left.
There's a little pullback. Would have been right at my short strike on my Wooga. I rarely dump the Woogas, but I did today. It looks like
Yeah,
I shouldn't.
Wugas are supposed to go on because they're undumpable.
Yeah. Today was just kind of a different day being CPI. I thought it was just gonna rock it up here. And it may still, but it'd be back at my short strike right now.
Adnan, welcome, welcome. Joe's still typing in Zoom and he's yelling at me in all caps. Mainly futures and stocks migrating to options this year. All right. Joe, do you know where you see the 0DTE chat channel in Discord? Okay.
I talked about the coaching a little bit in the day trading live stream, so post that in there in case anybody new is interested or anybody that isn't new is interested.
Adnan's doing the Wooga. Iron Condor been the most successful last 2 weeks. Cool. I'm glad your Woogas have been successful.
Yeah.
Mine have not been great.
Oh man, now with this pullback, it'd be inside my short strikes. Good job, Chad. Way to bail on it.
MSTR's coming down. Bitcoin's pulling back.
Oh, never bail on the Wooga.
My problem with Wooga is sometimes I've closed it at 50%, and that's usually when it pins, or
Yeah.
I will hold it and it will be up 60, 70%, and then I'll have a move at the end of the day and I'll take full loss. I've just had too many of those, which is user error. That's all on me for not being consistent. All right, so my price action iron condor is coming back in the house. My Woogas are both green. Wow, MSTR is falling apart. Tesla's holding up. Solid gold. Is that you, Joe? Awesome. So you said you've been migrating to options this year. So you had never traded options until this year, 2025? Cool. And so are you doing mostly 0DTE stuff, or what are your kind of strategies? All right, good deal. Well, welcome, welcome. All right. MSTR. It's not looking as healthy as it was 10 minutes ago. I'm just going to get out of it. I'm going to hold my Tesla through the MOC though. Bitcoin kind of rolled over on me.
Ugh. Man, my Wooga would be looking pretty good right now.
I'm at 50% on my price action iron Condor for my last portion. See where this little move comes down to.
Ugh, darn it.
I'm going to get out of two more.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I was traumatized by yesterday's Wooga.
Wooga's recency got you?
Yeah, I mean that trauma from yesterday's massive move down. I'd be at about 50% right now.
It's 59.50 your ideal number, Dick K?
Tesla's still going up.
We got less than 6 minutes till MOC.
Wow, Tesla rocking.
The 55 butterflies trading for about $1.20. Still pretty cheap. Woo, Tesla's rocking. Up 8.5% on the day. Dick K must have bought a few more Cybertrucks. I think I'm going to hold my little cheap hood calls for tomorrow. See if it wants to make one more run. Crypto may gap tomorrow. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close the rest of my price action IC. Not going to overstay my welcome on this little pullback.
Yeah, Quanteo. Let's see. What do you support me in? So what you get out of the coaching is we develop a plan based on your weaknesses. So, and I know like I was talking earlier in the day trading that Moel, he's active in here, and a lot of people I've done the coaching with aren't active in Discord. Like they're in Discord and they read this stuff, but they don't like post. So feel free to shoot Moel a direct message and get feedback from him. But after the first session, we would have a plan with action steps that you would be doing, and you get a physical copy. Like I send it to you, and I tell people, put it on your desk where you can see it every day. Um, but the plan is developed based on identifying your strengths and weaknesses. So we go through like what's going well for you, what's not going well, and then whatever's not going well, we develop action steps to address what's not going well. And then we identify, okay, how are we going to determine if you're being successful after, you know, a month and a half of doing these action steps? Well, we're gonna identify ways to measure your progress, which, yeah, very for some goals, it's your trading profit loss, right? But that's that's basically it in a nutshell. We use the plan, do, study, act model. So, I mean, you can Google plan, do, study, act. It's a research based best practice. But yeah, you physically get the plan emailed to you. You could print it off. You could look at it every day, and that's kind of it in a nutshell. And then we'll go like 6 weeks after the first session, meet again, and then we'll look and see how you're doing. If we have to adjust action steps, maybe we stop doing some, maybe we add different ones, and then the cycle repeats itself. So hopefully that answers your question.
We got MOC coming up here in 30 seconds.
Here's a good
1.8 billion sell side. Tesla is selling off. All right, so I got to figure out
Oh wow.
what I want to do with these Woogas.
Yeah, my Wooga would have been well over 50% right now. Gosh darn it. See, one of my action steps for my plan would be to stick to the rules.
Wow, Micron big sell off.
Gosh dang it.
MSTR big sell off. Nvidia's kind of rolling over. Tesla a little pullback. Coin rolling over. My Rick needs to go above 55 for max profit. So I don't have any free strikes available for Mahomes, so I'm just going to let these ride unless I close out one of my Woogas, maybe. No, still won't. All right, no Mahomes today. So my first Wooga, I'm going to put in an order. Got in at 750. I'm going to put in an order at $3 to close it. Price keeps coming down.
Man, I really missed out.
Tesla's little dips getting bought up. Goldman, I'm going to close one of my Goldman VRRs. And spreads are wide. And that Goldman. There you go, filled at 128. All right, still pulling back. Got less than 5 minutes. Oh man, my Wooga almost hit $3. There we go.
Wow, mine would have been dead center right now.
All right, so that one's gone. Now I need a bounce. Now I need my bounce.
There we go.
I'm going to close my last Tesla. Beautiful. Hold those little hoods. All right, so my last Wooga that I skewed to the upside needs a bounce. Oh, and my discretionary Rick could use a bounce. It needs to stay above 55 to hit max. 3 minutes.
Nvidia right up at highs of day.
Little bounce. Two-minute warning. Bitcoin is kind of the culprit here. It looks like it kind of rolled over back down below 100,000. NASDAQ back within its expected move range. SPX is just above it. Anybody taking Mahomes? Are you on the 50s? Wow, those are over $3. All right, let's get a bounce back up to 55. Less than a minute. Down to 49. Fifteen seconds. Amazon hit new highs of day. Ding, 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 59.49.81. So my discretionary Rick is going to be on the last two lots, already booked. Two of them, the last two are going to make about 800-ish. Let's see, what did my other Ricks do? Did they come back in the valley? This one booked almost max profit on the upside, which is a measly 350. This one is going to be in the valley a little bit. Yeah. And that's going to be minus 527. So net on my back tested scheduled Ricks, tiny red, but my discretionary one made up for it. All right, all. That is a wrap. Tomorrow is Thursday. Chad will be streaming live in the morning for day trading. And then we will be back for Power Hour. Same bat channel, same bat time. Have a good night. Take care. Cheers.